desolution. We are the solution. Time for revolution now.
Hopefully by now you know who I am. I'm Ed from Blues and Roots Ensemble, and this is our second set of videos, all looking at the theme of change using the music of Charles Mingus. In this video, we're going to be looking at two compositions from Charles Mingus, Meditations on Integration, which we're going to use homemade percussion, metal bottles and rice shakers, and we're going to be singing a really beautiful but quite challenging piece called Ecclusiastics.
The next tune we're going to learn is called Meditations on Integration, and we're going to talk a little bit about what that means.
Without integration, there's something called segregation. People from all across the world for a long time have tried to make life easier for themselves by dividing things into groups. We do it with plants, and we do it with animals, we do it with colours, we do it with countries, we do it with continents. We've always found a way that makes life somehow easier if we divide things into groups and we organise it. But the problem is when you start to do that with human beings, which are really one group. What they did in America is they decided to try and make groups of different people based on the shade of colour their skin was. So it didn't make sense, and then they separated people into those groups, and that is called segregation.
So the opposite of segregation is in the title of this tune. Integration is bringing things together, bringing people together. The other part of the title, meditation. Meditation is really thinking deeply and focusing carefully on something. So the tune is called Meditations on Integration, and Charles Mingus was one of the people that was very concerned about what was happening in America in the 1950s and the 1960s, that there was this segregation based on the colour or the pigment of people's skin. And he was involved in writing music to protest against that. What became known, he was part of, I guess, what became known as the civil rights movement. So integration, the opposite of segregation.
And lots of people found different ways of trying to tackle all the people that were trying to keep people apart. They wrote pamphlets, they wrote books, they marched, they rioted, they did everything. Charles Mingus's way was to write music. So a lot of his music, his commentary, is having an opinion on this idea. Because what he seemed to think is that the more people got together, the stronger they became. You might have seen some of these kind of movements that we've done in our songs. This is always a sign of protest. And the idea is that if you stand like this and you have 5 separate people, it's okay, but it's not as strong as when you come together. And that thing of coming together is all that Charles Mingus was all about, this idea of integration.
We've already learnt about lots of the ideas behind Meditations on Integration, and now's the time to explore how that comes out in the music. Now, there are 3 main moments I want you to listen out for, which we think evoke the tensions, the rivalries, and the beauty that Mingus is trying to evoke with regard to integration. First thing I want you to listen out for is this bass line that Ed and Pete are going to demonstrate. Now, this is a frantic, triplety underpinning of the entire piece, so have a listen. The next moment I want you to listen out for is in complete contrast to that bass line. We have a beautiful melody, a slow melody over the top, which is going to be demonstrated by Eccl. And the final moment I want you to listen out for is this moment of interlude in the middle of the piece where Mingus just throws in a completely different style. And George is going to demonstrate that on the saxophone. 1, 2, 3. So you've got 3 main moments to listen out for when you hear the whole piece. See if you can keep track of them and work out how they all work together and how Mingus is evoking integration through his music.
Hi, I'm Pete. I play piano in the band, and we're going to do a very quick warm-up before we start all our music. So can you copy me as quickly as you can? Keep the speed up. As soon as I change, you change. If you do this, I was told it sends energy to the part of your brain that deals with creativity. So during this project and any other project, the moment you're thinking of something brand new and you get stuck, do this. Keep up. Now, I'm going to clap something, and I want you to clap it straight back. So watch me. I'm going to clap this first of all. Let me go first. Now I've run out of ideas, so what we need to do now is I'm going to just pass it on to members of the band, and they're going to make up their own little ideas using all those different parts of the body. I used my cheeks, I was stamping, I think I was using my knees at different points. We'll see what we can do. Let's have a look at this. I'll go again. Perfect. So what we were doing there, and I wanted to show you that, is that we're making stuff up on the spot. And these guys had no idea I was going to do that. But when you make something up on the spot, we're using that part of the brain that responds to that. But the posh word for making stuff up on the spot is called improvisation. Can you say back to me, improvisation? 1, 2, 3. Improvisation. Im means not, pro means before, and visation is all about being seen. So it's all about things that aren't seen before, and it's the root of this music that we're doing. This is the heart, it's the lifeblood of jazz music. Now what you might want to do in your class is stand in a circle and choose one person to be the leader. They clap a little rhythm, everyone claps it back. And then somebody else becomes the leader, and then they clap something and you clap it back. And if you move it between you, you all start improvising rhythmically. And as I say, this is all what jazz is about. So have fun, try your very best, and keep being creative.
Hi, I'm Leah, and we're going to show you the percussion section for meditations on integration. This is a water bottle filled with brown rice, and you can make at home. You can also use water bottles of metal and different objects like a pencil or a pen to produce sounds. And try to play along with this and see how you find different sounds. If you go from the top to the bottom or to the front and shake it and have fun.
Hi, I'm Pete. I play piano in the band, and I have no instruments, so we're going to be working with our bodies. We're going to teach you 3 separate rhythms that can all work independently, but when you put them together, they can become integrated. So we don't have any instruments for my rhythm, so we're going to do the whole thing on our body. There are simple words that you need to say. Now I see you. Now you see me. Now we can be free. Say that with me. Now I see you. Now you see me. Now we can be free. And we play it on our bodies like this. Every time you say now, you hit your knees at the same time. So you say now, and then you say, I can see you. And can you see that I'm doing it separately? And we do the same thing for the next part, which goes, now you can see me. The third part is slightly different. You say, now we can be free. And you say free and clap at the same time. If I stick the whole thing together, it'll go like this. Don't join in, just watch. It goes, now I see you, now you see me, now we can be free. Let's do that together. Now I see you, now you see me, now we can be free. Perfect, well done.
So I'm Flavio. I'm going to show you the second rhythm for the pattern that we then going to play all together. For this rhythm, you will need just your feet and a bottle. When you have a bottle, you can get different sounds from the bottle. So you can get an open sound, having your fingers open, or a closed sound. And you can explore all different possibilities in between. For this exercise, I'd like you to have a sort of a closed sound, so keep your fingers on the bottle and make sure the sound is something like this. The sentence we're going to learn now goes more or less like this. I can see you, now you can see me. Say that after me. I can see you, now you can see me. Great. Now let's use our feet to start this little groove. I can see you, now you can see me. So you start and you finish on your feet. When it comes all together, it sounds a bit like this. I can see you, now you can see me. Let's put it all together, maybe a tiny bit faster. I'm going to count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see you, now you can see me. And repeat it a few times till you feel comfortable.
Hi, I'm Leah, and I'm going to show you the third pattern that we're going to play together. The words we're going to say to remember this pattern are time for change, right now. And it goes like this. Time for change, right now. Time for change, right now. Now it's your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Time for change, right now. Time for change, right now. Have fun.
So now we're going to see if we can put all these 3 rhythms together. So what I would do if I were you is divide your class up into 3 sections. One section is going to be with me, the second section is going to be with Flavio, and the third section is going to be with Leah. So you can pause the video at this moment. When you're in 3 sections, come back. So now we're going to put these 3 rhythms together and see how well they integrate. We're going to start with my one. Keep your eyes up after 4 we come in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Also, the music we play is improvised music, and it's a good idea for you to start finding your own rhythms. And to help you do that, we recorded another track where we play a groove, a solid rhythm for you. You can start exploring different possibilities, different rhythms that you can make up yourself. Stuff like this. Using sounds, using different ideas or different instruments. So, have a go.
Our final piece, Ecclusiastics from 1962, takes us on the final phase of our journey through the push for integration. In this piece, you can hear how integration is a source of joy and it's used as a symbol of celebration. As with the other 2 pieces, you can hear how Mingus is using different styles throughout the piece, integrating them together and making each element make another element sound better. The lyrics for this track have been specially written for us by Minton.
Now we're going to be learning the melody to our final tune, Ecclusiastics. And feel free to press pause or rewind as much as you like throughout this video. We're going to be learning this by call and response, so I'll do my turn and your turn. And you have the lovely team here to help along with you. First, we're going to learn the bridge, which goes like this. Liberty and dignity and hope for everyone.
Liberty and dignity and hope for everyone.
Liberty and dignity.
Liberty and dignity.
And hope for everyone.
And hope for everyone.
Fab, let's see what that sounds like with some piano. 1, 2, 3, all together. Liberty and dignity and hope for everyone. The next section we're going to learn is the chant, and this comes 3 times throughout the tune. The way that this falls into place is we have the first beat, and then we come in with a chant on the off beat, and we say now at the end. So can you just say now?
Now.
Good. And if you could just beat this with me. And this is how the chant falls into place. No more desolution. We are the solution. Time for revolution now. So now we're going to add the words to the chant in. So repeat after me. No more desolution.
No more desolution.
We are the solution.
We are the solution.
Time for revolution now.
Time for revolution now.
And all together that sounds like this. No more desolution. We are the solution. Time for revolution now. Your turn and one.
No more desolution. We are the solution. Time for revolution now.
The next section we're going to learn is the chorus. And we're going to do my turn, your turn. And it sounds like this. Join us in song.
Join us in song.
Under the sun.
Under the sun.
Singing along.
Singing along.
Stronger as one.
Stronger as one.
Join us in song under the sun.
Join us in song under the sun.
Singing along, stronger as one.
Singing along, stronger as one.
So now we've learned the words, let's learn the melody. Take it away. Join us in song under the sun, singing along, stronger as one. Now that you've heard how that goes, can you join in with me? 3, 4, 1. Join us in song under the sun, singing along, stronger as one. And one thing to note is that when this song comes to an end, we're going to sing stronger as one, stronger as one. So really give it your all and have fun with that ending. Now we're going to learn the words to our verses. Now we have 3 verses, and the first verse starts like this. Again, we're going to do my turn and your turn, so have a listen. We are young, but we're not too young to see.
We are young, but we're not too young to see.
That our world isn't equal and fair.
Isn't equal and fair.
Now, we're going to add a bit more melody to this, and I want you to focus in on the portamento that we use when we say world, and it's going to sound like this. That our world. Can you just have a go? And just to put it all into context, this is how the beginning of that verse sounds. 3. We are young, but we're not too young to see. Now have a go at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Continues on for the bit that you already know. 3, 4. That our world isn't equal and fair. Try that with me. 3, 4. That our world isn't equal and fair. So now that you've learnt the words and the melody to that verse, let's put everything together. 1, 2, 3. We are young, but we're not too young to see that our world is Now that we've learned that part, we can use the same melody for our other verses. Again, we're going to learn the words, and remember you've got the words in your description, so you can reference back to those. We are here and we hear the solemn cry.
We are here and we hear the solemn cry.
We need change.
We need change.
We need equality.
We need equality.
And if we put that together, it sounds like this. 1, 2. We are here and we hear the solemn cry. Can you try that with me? 1, 2, 3. We are here and we hear the solemn cry. Now remember that portamento that we learned, that slide going up? We have that again in this verse when we sing, we need change. That goes like this. 3. We need change. We need equality. Try that with me. 3, 4. We need change. So we're going to put everything together. Again, we'll do my turn and your turn. So have a listen to how that all sounds. 2. We are here and we hear the solemn cry. We need change. We need equality. Now let's try that all together. 1, 2. We are here and we hear the solemn cry. We need change. We need equality. And that's the second verse. Now we're going to learn the melody and the words to verse 3. Again, if you need to go back over anything, feel free to press pause. You have all the time you need to grasp onto the words and the melody, so we can sing it all together. The words of the third verse go like this. We are strong and we're ready for this fight.
We are strong and we're ready for this fight.
Stand together.
Stand together.
We can make this world right.
We can make this world right.
And in rhythm, it sounds like this. We are strong and we're ready for this fight. Try that with me. 1, 2, 3. We are strong and we're ready for this fight. And then we have stand together. Your turn. 1, 2, 3. Stand together. Great. We can make this world right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We can make this world right.
Good. Now all together, let's try it with some piano. Have a listen first, and I'll do my turn, your turn. 1, 2. We are strong and we're ready for this fight. Stand together. We can make this world right. Now it's your turn to sing the whole of verse 3 through. 1, 2, 3. And now you've learned all the melodies. These are really powerful lyrics, so really enjoy singing them out with as much gusto as you can muster, and have fun. Thanks for singing along with us today. There's a link to a video of the whole band performing this full tune together that you can sing along to.
Fantastic. So hopefully by now you've had a good old play with your body percussion or homemade percussion over Meditations on Integration, and you've had a nice sing over Tara's lyrics to Ecclusiastics. We can't wait to perform those with you. Just to sum up some of the other aspects you might have seen in these videos, in jazz, when you have the double bass, drums and percussion and a piano, sometimes added to guitar, we call that the rhythm section. And we've created some rhythm section grooves for you to play along to. So if you've got your homemade percussion instruments and you've got your body percussion, you can improvise your own patterns over the groove to Meditations on Integration, playing along with our rhythm section. For Ecclusiastics, there's a full run of the song as well, so you can sing the lyrics. We'll put the lyrics in the description to this video, and you can sing along to the full video of us playing along. And we really hope that you're going to come and see us in one of our theatre shows and join in and sing with us. Again, if you've got any feedback about these songs, if you particularly enjoyed the songs, if you found them challenging, if there were moments that you thought were really fun, then please let us know, contact the band. It's always great to hear responses. If you're performing them in class, then send us videos of you performing them. It's always great to see, and we're excited to see you at a theatre show soon. I'd also like to express a huge thanks to Minton Music Foundation and Arts Council England for facilitating these projects. At Blues and Roots Ensemble, we love sharing the music of Charles Mingus as wide as possible, teaching students music that they wouldn't necessarily hear in everyday life. And we're thankful for those two organisations for allowing this to happen, and we hope you've enjoyed it.